You are the past is battle cry of LGBTQ Ukrainians' defiant message to Putin after invasion. Late last night, news broke here in the U.S. that bombings of the Ukraine by Russian forces had begun. Putin televised his announcement of the military operation, much to the shock of the rest of the world. Russia has targeted the Kyiv airport as well as Ukrainian military command posts in Kyiv and Kharkov. Kyiv Pride, one of the country's biggest LGBTQ plus rights groups, hit out at Russia and Vladimir Putin on Twitter on Thursday morning as news of the invasion broke. They tweeted, quote, "To all our supporters in the world, call on your governments to stand up and to take action against the war in Ukraine. We need to stop it now. We need to show how powerful we are all together, and Putin will stand no chance," end quote. Wow, it happened. It really happened.
It really did.
This is really scary.
Yeah.
You know, Vladimir Putin is like a cowboy thinking he's taking over countries, What is that?
Yeah.
I thought we stopped doing that years ago.
Right.
The name alone frightens me.
His name Putin, that's it? I call him putrid Putin.
And look at the picture.
And when we think about it, I mean, you see these images now coming out of, of Ukraine, and we have bombs being, blasted into residential areas. Okay, these are this is just and then Putin also stating that if anyone retaliates, that he's going to show the world a horror that we have not seen in our lifetime. Right. This is not only scary because we've allowed him to just sit on power there, continuing to gain resources and solidify his grip in that part of the world. And
our former president celebrated that fact.
Exactly.
Well, and do we even have to talk about the kill list that they were
right.
about?
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's awful. We talked about it on Queer News Tonight yesterday. And the kill list has journalists, has advocates, has activists, but also primarily has LGBTQ folks on that list.
Absolutely.
So basically they would come into your house, take you out, and kill you or put you in a concentration camp for loving who you love.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we were
and that's going to be okay.
We were talking about that on Queer News
okay.
Tonight last night, right? And so my thought around this article today is what courage it took them to tweet that out, right?
Absolutely.
Because nowadays with social media, it's much easier to identify people who are LGBTQ, and for them to stand up and say, please help us, I feel like is a huge act of courage.
Wow, it's just courage all around. I had mentioned yesterday that I had seen a news, I think it was CNN or something, and it was like a desperate mother pleading with her son to please come home. He fell in love with a boy in Ukraine and stays there and doesn't want to come home because he doesn't want to leave him. And his mom is bawling, please, honey, you're an American, get home. I can't, Mom, I can't leave. I mean, it's heartbreaking. We'll be following this, and prayers being sent out to all those people on the kill list, and Putin, I'd love to leave that there.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+